Welcome to the Boston's Big Four podcast. Cast. New news about music and sports every week, sometimes.
We're back, episode 80. Are we doing 87 or 88?
That is a good question.
Because Spose was going to be 87, but we haven't had him on yet. So let's call this 87.
You know, it's funny. Yeah, I tried to correct that earlier, but I did it. I had it the other way around. So this is 87.
This is 87. Yeah. Rob Gronkowski.
Damn.
All right.
Get it.
Episode 87. We got Misha with us.
Thanks for having
New
me.
artist. Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for coming on. New up and coming artist from out of Boston. Has a couple videos right now that are bubbling. You got the single Drip came out recently. That track is fire. And you just told us that you are looking to open for Chef G, and that's gonna be your first show, right?
Yeah, that's my first, like, in regards to just like music to like in front of a crowd. That's the first thing.
Right. So you really just started going after this music thing full throttle in the last few months, you would say?
So like, I mean, like the way I'm like my creative process is I just freestyle all my songs. So any song that you've heard on Spotify, I heard the beat, walked into the booth, freestyled it, and we dropped it.
Word.
Awesome.
So you don't write?
No, I don't write.
Okay.
No, all my songs. I mean, maybe like the 1% that I'll write down, like something that pops into my head, so I remember it later. But like for the most part, it's a process of just hopping in the booth and then just killing it, and then just going from there.
Do you engineer yourself, or do you have?
Nah, so I'm big on like just playing your role, like, and doing great at your role. So my role is I'm a rapper. I can do my thing. I got my boy Josh. He actually engineers out of Phoenix Down, in Somerville, and he's a goat. So like I let him do his thing. I do my thing, and it's magic.
Word.
That's awesome, and that's important. I think that's like something that a lot of people. We've had people on here. They say they do everything themselves, or they do most of the things themselves. And that totally has its place. Like I think didn't like J. Cole do his whole album himself? Like I'm pretty sure
J.
there
Cole,
are people.
Russ does it too.
Yeah.
It's totally possible. But like when it comes to team efforts, like we've said this before, when it like the business side of things, it's true on the music side of things. Playing your role, like knowing you're the lyricist, now you focus 100% on dope lyrics and you bring them out and they're there. And then the engineer is going to mix everything you're taking out of your head and he's going to make it sound even better. And it's just like those jobs that like if you just try to wear all the hats at once, it can be hard. And I think people kind of get lost in the sauce of trying to figure out like what sounds good where and where should I start. And yeah, I guess just I'm emphasizing what you said. That's important to have like everyone have a job. And speaking of, you also had you got a few videos out, and your visuals are sick. So you got a good visual guy too.
I appreciate
and everything's
that.
like you got the right colors, the right transitions, like everything. Very
TG,
professional.
That's my guy. I did my first video with him like in last August. For my first song that I guess you could quote unquote like Good Company was like the start, I guess, like putting it on like Spotify, all that type of stuff. Been freestyling forever, like since I was like 6, like that. But taking it like to the level of like really pushing it, that's been like 6 or 7 months of just pushing it. And he was the first one to like believe in the vision a little bit. He's doing his own thing, of course, but in regards to if I need to do a video, that's the first man I call and we just get to work.
Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely quality. So I did want to wind it back a little bit. You said this will be your first time performing, and I'm going to press you a little bit. You've never sang in front of anybody, not even a little tune, like not even open mics, nothing at all.
I mean, like, I've never like gone and done like anything where like it's like, yo, come here and do an open mic, or like come here and do this, and like you're going to like perform. Yeah. But like when me and like my people go out, like like when you could go out at least, like we go to Boston, go to the club, whatever you do. Once you leave, like I'd always be like, pull up, like let's freestyle. I'd just be freestyling, like people in Boston, like anywhere we go, like to anyone I'm around, like it's nothing new. But like to people that are gonna be in the crowd, they're gonna be like, what's going on right now?
Right. Yeah. That's Owen's big into that too, just breaking out freestyles in random places.
Yeah,
I love doing that shit.
I'm definitely the guy who's at the end of the night, like, let's freestyle, guys. Come on. I'm like, everybody, just get one line.
I love that energy, though. I love that energy.
No judgment in the Cipher. No judgment. You can say the stupidest shit, and it's cool.
Exactly.
Facts.
That's the key.
So, did you ever think about writing, or you were just like, I'm just gonna freestyle?
So like honestly, like it's just natural, like, and just straight freestyle. Like the way I look at it is like, if I can go 110 freestyling, there's no need to write if the writing
Right.
doesn't match the 110%.
Right.
Yeah. And so I don't know if you've seen our Low Mel episode. So he tried to break the world record for freestyling. Well, he did break the world record. Sorry. We've clarified this several
34
times.
straight hours.
They gave him, they caught him on a technicality. He's about to break it again for real with like legit and everything for 48 hours. But he talks about how a lot of the stuff he does is freestyled. When he did that whole 34-hour session, he wrote many songs during that process. And we talked about how sometimes that flow state, when you're in that state, like the best lyrics come out of that. So if you can have a good engineer picking the good stuff out, putting it right where it needs to be in the beat, you came up with the lyrics, but you didn't have to sit there fiddling with the timing and everything. And that's what their job
key.
is.
That's
Yeah.
key. That's where
That's huge.
chemistry comes in. Like I literally will find a beat, like drive into the studio. Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
I pull up to Josh. I'm like, Josh, I'm gonna do like 7 or 8 takes, and then let's pull it out. Let's pull out the takes and build the song. And then I always will go through and do a take of straight hooks. So then we can pick out a hook that we like the most.
That's
and then
fire.
build the verses based on like the hook. Yeah.
That's an interesting process. That's like, I've never heard someone execute it in that order, really.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Just how I go about it.
Did you take that structure from anybody? Like, did you get an influence on how to do that? Or
I mean, like, I guess you could say there's influence because, like, I look up to, like, rest in peace, Juice WRLD. He did it that way, like, a little bit. The way, like, he freestyled his whole album, certified, like platinum, you know, all the accolades. But, like, in regards to, like, anyone that I look up to, not really. That's just, like, my own thing. And that's just how, like, I do it. Everyone's good at what they do in their own lane. So I just try to execute at my lane.
Yeah.
Just be great. That's really it.
Right.
Yeah, that's huge. And it's super important that you're not trying to overextend into like these other realms where like,
absolutely
writer's block is huge. Like we've all tried to write, and it doesn't even have to be lyrics. Like you just got to write like a little sentence about yourself to somebody, and you just like spent 4 hours trying to figure it out. Like it's hard to sit and think of something when you're just spitting it out. Like I'm talking right now, not thinking about what I'm saying. It's one of those things that, you just kind of have to be there. It's weird how it's a state. Do you find that that's like a we've brought up the movie Soul before on this podcast. Like if you've seen the movie Soul,
it's
like
a good movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, it's like that zone you get in. Do you feel that at all when you're in the middle of freestyling? Do you just notice that you're
like
there?
I'll like I mean, anyone, you can ask anyone that like you would see around me, they'd be like, bro, like, well, like it's like just like out of body almost. Like I'm there mentally, like I'm just killing it. But then like after I record, I'm just like I'm very like I don't talk. I like to listen. I like people who are good at what they do. I listen. I take like advice, and I speak when like I think I have something to add. But when it comes to like hopping in the booth, like the energy, everything is turned up to the max, and I just go do my thing, and then just back to like just being me. I'm very good at separating it, but when it's always together at the same time.
So does your producer? Does he like your method? Does it make it easier for him, do you think?
I think
it probably cuts down time a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I usually like based on, you know, of course, how long the session is for the most part.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like a song an hour. So we usually get a song done like each hour. I usually don't go for less than like 2 to 3 hours. So it's like 2 to 3, maybe to 4 songs each time we go. And then based upon like how like for Drip, when I made that, I literally heard that beat. I was like, maybe I should do a TikTok song that might go viral. So I just went and I told Josh, I was like, dude, let's just do this right quick. I'm gonna kill this, we'll edit it, whatever, make it nice. And then boom, bang, we did it. So like, I never like, honestly, that's a good question. I'm going there tomorrow to record with Josh. So I'm actually gonna pick his brain about that, just how he feels about it, just to see. But no, like,
imagine if he's just like, well, I don't like it at all.
Nah, Josh is my guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, like he's the GOAT. Like it's crazy, like what he does. I just let him do his thing. It's insane.
Let's shout him out. Is he on social media?
Yeah, he is. It's at Josh Schubach, and then you can obviously go to Phoenix Down Somerville on their Instagram. It's a huge like studio. I worked with Allie, who she also is an engineer out there too. She's super dope.
Okay. Yeah, we hear a lot about Phoenix Downs. People rave about it. Like someone said the other day, it's hands down the best studio in Massachusetts. So.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Like we make magic. Like that's I'm gonna blow up out of that studio 100%.
Hell yeah. So you mentioned TikTok. What are you seeing with the trends as far as TikTok and what it's doing for the music industry and how important it is, helping people blow up right now?
So I'm big on like people who make music because they love it and it's something that's an outlet and like you truly have a passion for it, and you can differentiate when you listen to it versus someone who's like, all right, I'm just gonna go on TikTok. I'm a rapper today. I'm about to make a viral song. Let's hope maybe it blows up. And then if it does, now all of a sudden, you're a rapper who's loved music his whole time.
Right.
I don't like that, but I also do understand what TikTok can do for someone.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally think that any artist should be on TikTok if they can, if they want to, if they think it's the right path. I mean, there's no reason not to. It's only more and more content for more and more people to see.
Right. Absolutely. And that's kind of, that's a big route right now. Like a lot of people, whether or not you're making a song that's geared for TikTok specifically, a lot of people, if they make a song that they like, they're like, I got to get this onto TikTok somehow, find who the big people are on TikTok and send it to them. Like that's a good method right now because
I'd be doing that every night, like 60, 70 DMs. Like
you should.
Yeah.
It's the move too, because Instagram fully copied it like 2 months later. So
Snapchat copied it too. You can do like how you can like build videos on snaps when you send them now.
Right.
Everyone's copying it.
Right.
I mean, they goofed a lot of those video platforms because they try to keep like their one form of video, and it's like people put out all types of videos. I didn't understand what
like
TikTok
Vine.
was in the beginning. Yeah, like Vine and TikTok are essentially the same thing. Instagram could have been doing this, but they for some reason just thought they were like a posting site,
Yeah.
It's like they could have had the same type of thing going. It doesn't really.
Instagram's still living though. Like it's not. I don't think Instagram's gonna die.
But I think you blow up more on TikTok though. Like TikTok seems to get that people out there faster.
I've noticed that a lot of posts on Instagram are TikTok posts now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that you see the TikTok logo in the video. And someone actually told me that it's like better for the algorithms on Instagram to post TikTok videos now, which is just strange. But
that's interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's just like more attractive, I guess. Just even that TikTok logo, like it makes people stop and watch now for some reason. Because TikTok's popping.
TikTok, I mean, I hit a bunch of people up for drip. Like, I don't even know, like hundreds of people trying to see what was good. But like, I got a couple people to post it, a couple people like to do some dances. But I mean, I didn't put a bunch of money into like promoting that because that's not something that I'm not looking for TikTok to be the reason like the music blows up.
Right.
That was just like I got the drip. Like that was just something like.
That's a song that could work for that.
Yeah, just mess around.
Anyone could vibe with that song.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens. If not, just keep it pushing.
Right, exactly.
That almost reminds me of it's different, but it's like the Eminem lyric where it's like people, that's why I'm still broke, but have the #1 club hit. Like you could be popping on TikTok, but not really a musician. Like it's possible to have something viral.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see some artists that are like specifically trying to blow up off TikTok. Like everything they post is TikTok related. And it's like you kind of lose the artistry a little bit if you're just constantly trying to go viral.
Yeah. It's like the I mean it's all like I totally understand it. It's like with like Addison Rae dropping a huge song.
Mm-hmm.
Without the TikTok, you don't go and drop that song. You know what I'm saying? You blow up on TikTok and now you drop a song because you got like the viewership of all your TikTok are now going to be your musical fans as well. Versus if you did it the other way around, that fan base probably wouldn't grow as rapidly through music versus TikTok, that type of thing.
Yeah. It's good advertisement either way. There's really no bad publicity. It's interesting how that happens. People love to discredit different types of publicity, but it is what it is. You're getting out there.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like I'm not hating on TikTok.
No.
I'm not like one of those old people that's like, oh, it's just for the kids,
Someone's gonna clip this out and make us sound like we hate TikTok.
Right.
Old people.
No, TikTok is a go. There's no reason not to. That's the simple answer. There's no reason not
Facts.
But what about China? Aren't they taking our information? I'm just
What?
kidding. Just kidding. Forget about it. Forget about it.
If they get me streams, we're all good. We chilling.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
So you're from Boston originally?
Yeah, so I was born in Malden. I lived there till
Okay.
I was 3, and then something happened, like someone broke into like my parents' apartment or something. So like we moved to Atlanta, and then I grew up in Atlanta. I lived there for 18 years.
Oh wow, okay.
I moved back up here when I was like, after high school that summer. So basically like 18 turning 19.
Yep.
damn.
So we talk a lot about the Atlanta hip hop scene and the camaraderie they have, and how around Boston we're trying to reach that level.
Yes.
What do you see? Yeah, what do you see? What are the differences, the biggest differences between the Atlanta hip hop scene and the Boston hip hop scene?
I mean, to me, it's like I gotta be like honest with myself. I didn't take music nearly as seriously when I was in Atlanta as I do it here. So I'm more in tune to what goes on out here versus like what goes down out there. But simply put, I do have boys that are out there like making music who are doing their thing, and it's much more like, hey, I got an opportunity. All right, I'm gonna call my boy, let's do it. Versus here, it feels more like, hey, I got an opportunity. All right, I'm gonna need like $400 for you to come and do it. You know what I mean? It's more of like, yeah, I have an opportunity, but like, what can I get out of giving this person an opportunity? Versus like in Atlanta, it's like, all right, we can win together, and then there's a big bag at the end of the day for us to like split evenly type of thing.
Yeah, man, we've been talking about this. It's like I
Yeah.
feel like that mentality is starting to shift around here a little
Yeah,
bit.
I think it is. I think it is though.
Yeah, you see a lot of people working together, and yeah, we always use Atlanta as the prime example because they all work together. They all come up together. Like you got
No,
Migos, you got
absolutely.
2 Chainz, you got Gucci, I mean, the list of rappers from Atlanta is endless. You could go on,
It's
but
insane.
it's
Well, the list is similar in Boston, but no one knows who they are.
it's similar, but
So-
they're not as big. Exactly.
Yeah, we're trying to
I'm
figure
trying
Like, I
to
that
could-
out.
that though.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
So we were saying though, like there is it's like you can see why people do that stuff, because you can see, first of all, we live in a very expensive area, so to do anything for free is kind of like, what are you wasting your time for? But then I totally see where you're saying with the like, you're trying to build something with people, and if you're constantly putting up paywalls, like, you want a beat from me, how about that? You want to do a song with me, how about this? Like, it can make it very difficult for people who are just trying to get by and like pay their rent and stuff, but also make good music. So if people can look a little bit past those few $100s, like to just get through the door and see that there's potential in people. And that's the thing, like there may not be potential. You can always say no, or just charge them for a verse, and that's the end of the transaction. You don't become famous together. But the having faith, I think, is something that is starting to happen. I think we're starting to see people that are doing faith-based features, faith-based shows. Like that used to be a pay to play, was people are always saying that, like there's a pay to play here and there or whatever, like trying to, and there's definitely people who deserve the money they're asking for. It's not wrong, I think, to ask.
Oh no, for sure. See, I agree with you. Like, I'm not saying that like no one should charge for a feature or you shouldn't charge for a beat. I'm simply saying, like, I feel like people that when we're on the same stature in regards to like our progress in our journey, there's no need for us to charge each other, because then we're taking away from our own money when we could just work together to go to that next step together.
Right. Especially if you feel like working together is mutually beneficial, like you're both going to blow up off of it. Like we can all win together. We were saying this before, like we can all win together. It's not a competition like one guy wins and everyone else loses. You know what I mean?
Right.
People treat it like that sometimes. Like it's a last man standing type of thing. It's
No,
like, no, we
I
can
think
all win.
Yeah, it's definitely a coming around to where people. I mean, like me, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'd be getting people to hit me up for features, but I'm not someone who would charge someone right now, even though I know what my worth is gonna be. I want to just work. I mean, I try to go. I'm in the studio 3-4 times a week, like work. That's it.
Boston artists, get your features in now.
And if you really believe in the song, like if you believe in the music, that's worth a lot more than whatever you're gonna be getting for the feature.
Exactly.
Yeah. So who are some of your favorite Boston artists right now?
Right now, so just like I'll start with like mainstream that like probably everyone would know. Cousin Stiz, Millies.
Yeah.
Cousin Stiz I've been hip to for a while, like Suffolk County back then.
Oh yeah.
Millies, I mean, Strawberry Goya is my favorite Millies song till this day.
Word.
And then like people who aren't like as much maybe not known in the city, like one of my favorite artists actually who's popping like outside of Boston is Mosa. And then my boys also, shout out to my boys, Reggie, he makes music, Reggie Claremont, Rello on IG, and my boy Pat, YNG Patch on IG as well. That's about it. And me, myself, and I. That's it.
Word.
Nice.
Word.
Who do you think's probably the worst in the city?
I don't think anyone's the worst at what they do if you're willing to go out and do it.
That's fair. I'm trying to get that out of somebody. No one has answered that
He
question
asks that
yet.
on every fucking episode. He's trying to get people to be negative. I don't understand it.
Hey, you're making me the heel. You're making me the heel in this situation. I think we all want to know who we think is the worst. My favorite part about that bit is that somebody popped in your head, and I know
And you didn't say it.
somebody popped into everybody's head, so that's why I'm asking that.
Oh, man.
It just makes me laugh.
That's funny. One day, you're gonna ask it really fast, and someone's gonna slip out of someone's mouth, and they're just gonna say it on accident.
Right. So what's next for you? You said you got another video dropping soon?
Yeah, so I just shot a video to a song called Russia that I got because I'm actually Russian. So
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask about that too.
yeah, so that's a song I'm doing. That's the first song I'm gonna come out and do at the show. And then I have a song that's actually dropping April 1st called Adrenaline. And then just trying to keep working from there, honestly.
So you're just looking to drop consistently?
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, I try to drop, every 3 weeks, just so I can like pitch to playlisters. And obviously, I don't work right now, so I just be doing DoorDash. So all my money, this is all I do.
Yeah.
So I also have to make sure the money lasts before anything takes off. So I have to make sure everything,
I actually have a very interesting question about DoorDash. I was thinking about this the other day. So if you're driving, so it's similar to Uber, right? Like you get an order and you go scoop it and then bring it to them, and then
right.
Is it more efficient to be with another also DoorDasher, so you can have drop them off to and you do a loop, so you don't have to park, and then come get them and then hit up another store and then do 2 drops at the same time. You know what I mean? Do people do
Is this
stuff
what
like
you
that?
think of at night, when you're by yourself?
This is what I think, Doug. You're making me sound like an asshole this episode. I'm just saying, I'll do takeout and stuff, and I see there's a separate DoorDash line, and someone will be double parked, and it's in the city or something. You got to go grab the food. I just wonder, are there people in DoorDash teams, or am I just
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I be doing that sometimes, so I can.
Oh, really?
So I can just how you just said, because if I'm by myself, I can't just park on the side right in front of a restaurant where it's really busy.
Yeah.
I probably could, but then it's gonna be a 20-minute wait till the food is ready. But if I'm with someone and I pull up, I'll just throw on the hazards, have them sit there, and then I'll just go grab the food, and then we out.
That's the move. That's what I just wonder, because it always seems I've ordered DoorDash and I've been there when I'm seeing people pick it up, and I always wonder that's got to be a whole thing, because people probably give you bad tips if it's cold and stuff. So I'm always just
and if it's late, if you're 2 minutes late, DoorDash is blowing you up, saying oh, are you okay? Are you going the right way? Can we help you in any way?
Are you eating the person's food?
Yeah, and I'm just bro, I haven't even got the food yet.
Right. I did Uber for a bit, and I did some I drove Uber for a bit, and I did some Uber Eats calls. Those were always interesting, because sometimes the restaurant doesn't have the shit ready in time. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And then the dude's calling you, and I'm driving, and he's texting me, and I'm dude, I'm about to just eat your food, and
right.
Yeah, what happens, dude? Has anyone ever just you must just keep the food, right?
No, honestly, sadly, I could take any order, press cancel, and all they're gonna do is call DoorDash and get their money back, and I'm just gonna get a free meal, but it's obviously gonna affect my rating.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah.
But once in a while, you could pull it off.
Yeah, once in a while, you want some free Chipotle or something.
That's the move. Yeah, you're that's a good order. I'm taking it.
You're I'm clocking out. I'm done.
You got to check what they ordered first, so you like the food.
Right.
Damn. So that is interesting. Yeah, I was just thinking about I swear it was last week or something. I was asking somebody. I was do you think that there's teams of dashers? But that totally makes sense. I feel that. So actually, do you find that using your time now, because you can kind of work your schedule around that? Do you find that you're able to make music?
Yes. It makes it. Yeah, it makes it easier, and also it's just when you know what you really want to do, it's just deep in your soul, deep in your body, and I walk into an office, and this dude is giving me a lecture about whatever, selling AT&T, selling this, that, and the third, and talking about like moving up, and I'm just sitting there like in my head, I'm like just thinking about music, and like over time, it's just like, what am I even doing? I'm just wasting my time. Like, yeah, the money is what it is, but like I'd rather have this free time, go drive around, do DoorDash, do my thing, be able to, you know, schedule studio sessions openly with like Josh and whoever I want to work with, because you know they have other clients other than me who they have scheduled. So it's like I have to base it off them. So like with me having more availability without work, it's smooth.
Right. Yeah, that's nice flexibility because you can do DoorDash anytime.
Yeah.
What's your craziest DoorDash story? Do you have any crazy stories?
I mean, craziest story. I don't have anything really crazy. It's like I dropped off some food, and then I didn't really watch, but like I saw like someone else like just run up, take the food off like
That's
their
crazy.
porch or whatever you want to call it, like the stoop. And like I get like a text like, oh, like you stole our order, like you're gonna get points off, and I'm just like, bro, are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah, nothing like too crazy though. Nothing.
Yeah. So no encounters with famous people.
Nah, no famous. I got pulled over one time doing it, and I was like, the cop was like, "Why are you like rushing?" And I was just like, "Dude, like I got this order, like I can't. I'm trying to get a good tip, like just like let me go." And he was like, "Oh, dude, like that's cool, I get it." And then he just let me go.
Oh, word.
That's good. Yeah. Imagine you're trying to get a good tip and they give you a fucking $200 ticket or something.
Oh
Like,
my
come
god!
on
No.
now.
I would offer him the food before. Like I'd be like, "Dude, you want the food over the ticket?"
Yeah, right.
Like I'll deal with DoorDash. Don't give me a ticket, bro.
For real.
So you're Russian.
Yeah.
Are there any? I can't think of any off the top of my head. Are there any big Russian hip hop artists?
It sucks because like I'm hip to it, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head like
Okay.
Because like I'm just
Who's
Russian.
that guy with the scars? The one that was on Vice? Is he Russian or is he? Oh, he's Polish. Sorry, I'm thinking of somebody else.
No, but yeah, I know there's one dude and I forgot what his name was, but like other than that, it's really nothing like major.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah, Europe seems to have like really niche. It does have rap, but it's not like it is in the US from what I understand.
It's different. It's very like intimidating and like in your face. Like
yeah.
I just found an article, the top 100 Russian rappers. I didn't know that there were 100.
So I work with a Russian kid and he listens to a lot of Russian hip hop. So I'll ask him who's popping.
I gotta get up there. I think they just or like it's coming that Russia's gonna have like Spotify now and stuff like that. So like
they don't have a version of that.
Wait, they don't have Spotify?
Well, like they do in regards to like you can be in like a Russia and have Spotify, you know what I'm saying? But like streams from an artist can't as of late, like you couldn't get them from like Russia because like
so they wouldn't count. That's very
weird. So that's like starting to change and stuff like that. So I can speak it fluently, which is pretty cool. So I've been tapping into it a little bit. On the Russia song, I end speaking in Russian.
Word.
I'm gonna tap into like try to do a full song in Russian, just rapping. So because I got to take advantage of any market that I can. So.
And did you know that from just a baby, or did you learn later?
No. So I just like I grew up like in a Russian. Like my parents full Russian. Like I speak Russian at home. So it's completely fluent to me.
That's awesome. I'm so jealous of anyone who's bilingual. I'm sure I've
Same,
said this
dude.
on the podcast. It's the coolest thing. Like, have you ever overheard a Russian conversation that they
all the
didn't
time,
think?
all the time,
really,
all the time? Because like I don't really look like your quote unquote typical like Russian dude. So like I'll go like with my parents somewhere like to the mall or something, whatever it'll be like, or I'll just be out. And then like, you'll walk past a Russian, not because I can point them out. Like I know like when someone's Russian. And they'll just say like, "Oh, I can't believe he's wearing that," and I'll just be like, I know what they're talking about.
Do you ever shoot back with something sassy?
No, I usually will just be like "Привет" or like "Пока," which means like hello or goodbye. And then I'll just like keep it pushing.
Nice.
Yeah, I wish I knew Spanish so I could really tap into like rapping in Spanish, but no, I don't try. Hear off lanes that I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big market. I need to get back into my Spanish. Oh, and you still know any Spanish?
Sí, claro. I'm watching Narcos.
I know like a decent amount, but not
that's
nearly
the best
as
show
much
on
as
Netflix ever.
Dude, I'm on my second watch through of Narcos right now, and I would watch it a third, fourth time. I
Oh
just
yeah,
like
absolutely.
it's the best. I just got into Mexico, and I love the difference between the dialects. So I wanted to ask you. So I work at a company where it's kind of like people from everywhere, and on my team there was a woman from the Ukraine. I believe she was speaking Russian. She would always be on the phone speaking like in her native language. Um, and I'm curious though, is because like in Narcos, you can hear the difference between Colombian and Mexican Spanish. And
Yeah.
is that true? Like, does Ukraine have its own language, or do you guys speak a similar but different dialect?
So it's like it's very similar, but the accent is different.
Okay.
You can distinguish, like if you spoke to like my mom or if you spoke to like a Ukrainian woman, there's a distinct accent when they would speak, like when they would speak. Yeah.
But they could understand each other.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's, I was like afraid of sounding ignorant because I think that's the case with like, I think Portuguese is similar to Spanish, but it's not the same. Like maybe you would catch words, but I from what I
Yeah, it's
understand,
different. Yeah.
yeah.
Different like dialect and stuff.
So no, that is interesting. I mean, like language is so fascinating, and there's so many of them that like you can never know everything about them all, and like those
Absolutely.
different dialects and stuff.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I think for you to be able to incorporate that into your music as like that's always cool because people, whether or not that's like a cultural, like if someone may not understand it, but they're like, oh, that's his heritage, and I appreciate it because like it's something that like is obviously like important to you, and it makes sense. Like, and usually it vibes because when people kind of vibe something that they don't understand, it adds a little mystery to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's always It's always interesting hearing rap in different languages.
Yeah.
And different accents.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you would go to like any like bar and whatever club in Boston, I mean, me personally, like you'll hear all the Spanish music. I don't know what they're saying.
Right.
I'm still out there dancing.
But it's fire.
Like I knew exactly what they're saying. Like,
right.
So it doesn't change.
Yep.
Yeah, you can usually.
Music is universal.
Exactly.
So is there like a type of music that's common in Russia that like, does that ever bleed into your music? Like aside from lyrics and stuff, is there like a style of sound that you try to take from?
No, I don't. I mean, like in regards to like the whole Russian thing, it's simple as like, I don't really like, when it comes to the music that I make, I'm strictly rapping. Like,
okay.
I'm just like going in the booth. I know exactly what I'm trying to do, make a hit, and then just on to the next one. And just keep building the vault, and then that's really it. There's nothing like, or like whatever I'm going through, of course, will inspire it, and I can like base my words that I'm freestyling based on what I want to speak about. But for the most part, I really take inspiration from, well, it's crazy like what the producer will name the beat. Like for example, like this type of beat, and they call it Cholula hot sauce or something like that. Shout out Cholula hot sauce, my favorite.
Oh, love that. Love that.
No, but like, and then you see that's the name of the beat, and then like I'll be like, all right, what's a cool song like off of that, and then the whole song will be built off of literally the name of the beat.
Yeah, it's fire.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome.
Nothing too much from like any other type of music. Simple, like just go in there, how I'm feeling, and just kill it.
Yeah,
and,
man.
And that way, it's 100% you. You're not taking anything from anywhere else.
That's like super organic. Like you're really just letting it come to you and just.
Exactly. You know. That's why I do like like I'll do like 6, 7 straight. Like if the beat's 2 minutes, 6, 7 like straight 2-minute freestyles, and then sit down and just like pick apart what I like. Then I'll do a hook freestyle, and then we just build a song and then go to the next one.
Word.
So have you released music prior to the videos out? Like, did you clear out your catalog before this new stuff?
Yeah, that's funny. So I went to UMass Amherst. And I would
shout out the zoo.
Shout out the zoo for real. And I would always go, like I would like skip class to like go to like the studios they had there. And I would just like drop stuff on SoundCloud. But that was like back when I would just like, just be on the zoo stuff. So
yeah,
I feel it
wasn't anything like memorable or anything like that. I don't even have that SoundCloud anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nothing really out there. Someone could probably find it, but hopefully they don't.
Yeah, that's a good place to grow though. That out of your system.
Yeah.
So in the UMass system, are you familiar with Meet Me Outside and Trey Michaels?
They went to Dartmouth,
They
UMass
did go to
Dartmouth.
Dartmouth, but I don't know. Maybe you guys are
Didn't
all these
didn't
rappers
Debo?
communicate-
No, didn't Debo go to UMass Amherst?
Debo did. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about this.
No, I don't know. I don't
You know Debo?
Debo 617. He yeah, he
I mean,
always
UMass
put something
Amherst is
on-
a huge school.
It's
so.
giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lived off
And I'm
campus,
not from here, so like literally just like UMass Amherst is like every high school in Mass just put into like a college.
Yeah.
And then like I was from Atlanta, like going to UMass Amherst, so I literally like,
Right.
I knew no one, so I was just like I had like my boys, and I was just kind of in my own lane doing my own thing.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I guess that's like obvious, but I never really considered it like that. It really is just like all the high schools, and you could probably so easily just still hang out with your high school friends in college if you.
Oh,
went to
I mean
UMass
that's what
Amherst.
it was. Like my
Yeah.
freshman dorm, I was like everyone already knew each other. I was just there like, all right, like I'm gonna go to the basketball court, see what's up,
Yeah.
push it from there.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Basketball court's always a good place to meet people.
That's
is.
it. That was I mean, the studio and the food were the three best parts about UMass.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Was it easy to get studio time? Like, was it kind of crowded? Did you have to schedule it at all, or could you just go?
Yeah, you had to schedule it, but like as bad as it is to say, I wasn't big on like going to the class and stuff. So like at 2 p.m. most people are like in class or doing their thing. So like it's pretty open because you can just go on like your phone and then just schedule like I want 2 hours and it's free. You just use your like student ID.
That's dope.
That is
Yeah,
sick,
you just
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
check.
Every college should have that.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that before.
sick.
Yeah, they put a radio station in my school, but it was like in the middle of the campus center. So you could just see anyone who was trying to like do a show, anyone walking by, like studying or like going to the library could just like see you in the glass.
Right.
And that just made people so, cause I don't know, if you're on radio, a lot of people just wanted to like not be seen. So
Yeah.
like you're just staring at me while I'm trying to do this show. Please. leave
Yeah,
me
that
alone.
is kind of weird.
Yeah.
What's his what's his name? I listen to 98.5 like the sports hub sometimes.
Yeah.
Mark Bertrand, he went to UMass.
Beetle. Yeah, Beetle.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know if you guys know who David Jacoby is on Jalen and Jacoby, that podcast.
I've heard of that.
Sounds so
He's from the Amherst area too,
Oh, word.
in regards to just like some people that are on radio and podcasts that came from there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I listened to 98.5 a lot. I knew Beetle was there. He was like the announcer for their football team or something when he was there.
Yeah.
He's a Quincy kid.
The games the tailgates are fun.
I bet.
The team, they do.
So does Zoomass live up to its reputation? Is it the wild party school that everyone says it is?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely like different.
Yeah.
Like, it's like if you wanna go there and have a good time, you can definitely go there and have a great time. If you want to go there and get a great education, you can go there and get a great education. If you can balance both, then you can get both.
Yeah.
I'm just not someone who I'm open with it. I can't balance both, and I'd rather have
Hey man,
time and do
the
my
balance. Yeah, the balance is tough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to make sacrifices, but it all comes out in the end. So it works.
Exactly. Everything comes full circle. Very big.
Yeah. Facts.
No, that is cool though. So and you dropped stuff on SoundCloud through that studio. Was that just like something you did on your own, or were there other people?
Yeah, no, that was just me, like just doing my own thing. Like I didn't really know like what I was doing in regards to like engineering my stuff. I just go YouTube and then YouTube to MP3, upload it to the Logic Pro software, record, and then just mess around with like everything. Just to practice freestyling. That was more what it was for. Nothing.
Let's say practice on the software too, because that's mad expensive.
Exactly. Just to know the in and outs of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
so-
just to be able to use that equipment. Sorry,
Oh,
to
no,
be able to use that equipment without like having to pay for it. It's pretty dope.
Exactly. Like you can just be in there whenever and there's people like who took it like seriously, but it's like the same thing. Like when it comes to like people don't really want to work because they think they're, the most popular artists because they make fire songs at a UMass, but like we're all just students paying a lot of money to go to school. So like why not?
Right.
go there?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So do you have songs? So I know you said you're cooking up a lot and you plan on releasing about every 3 weeks to like stay in the lists and everything.
Right.
We actually mentioned this, the episode's about to drop with Vaz. We were talking about like what's better, periodic albums or singles every so often. And I like singles a lot. I think it keeps you relevant, it keeps you out there, and
Yeah.
people usually don't listen to a whole album, but it sounds like you're going the single route. Do you have any
Yeah.
preference there?
So for me, I'm 10,000% behind singles, like straight singles, like drop the singles.
Yeah.
I believed in that like from forever, but like I also I'm a big fan of Russ and like his whole mentality, all that type of stuff.
Song a week.
Yeah, and like just the way he put it was like, if I dropped an album right now, someone that doesn't really know me, that doesn't really want to take the time, is not going to go to song 6. But if I just drop one song at a time, people will take 2 minutes to like, all right, whatever. Let's see what this is about. And if they love it, they'll be waiting in another week for the next song to come.
Yeah.
That's how you build it over time.
Yeah, Russ really executed that perfectly when he dropped all those singles. He was dropping singles every week, and the cover art was all like basically the same. It was the same artist with like a different image in the middle, different color background, but like it was the same theme every time. So like people start to catch on to that after a while. And like you said, when it's only one song, what does it take? 3 minutes to listen to a song, and it's like, it's way easier than I mean, I get overwhelmed when an album comes out and it's 15 songs and I'm like, I gotta listen to this whole thing. Like, even if it's an artist I like, I'm like, I don't have time.
Exactly. See, that's someone you like. Imagine if you don't even know the person, like you're never gonna get to song 14 for the most part.
Right.
And then you build your album off of like, you drop, I don't know, 17, 18 singles. You see, 5 or 6 of them that are hot. You add those to the album, and then the other 4, 5, or 6 are songs that no one's heard yet. So you automatically have that like instant fan base off of the ones you already have like cloud on, and then they play the other songs that they haven't heard yet.
Yeah, I think putting out singles periodically and videos is like a good way to build your fan base and get people to catch on. Once you have that fan base, then you can drop an album. Like once you have like a solid foundation. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But singles are the way to go for promo.
Absolutely. That's what I've been doing. That's what I'm focused on for the most part. That's why I wanted to do this open for Chef, and just like take that, put a face other than like the music video and me, promoting it and pushing it off of my phone on Instagram, so people can actually see and just get more and more of like eyes on me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So actually in that same vein, so it's hard to get out there. Like we've had, I mean, even with like unique, so I guess what I'm really thinking of is that when we look you up on YouTube or anywhere, there's other Mishas out there. And we've had people, we had Hero the MC on, who he was Hero. He had to rebrand to Hero the MC because it's Hero's not very searchable. So it's interesting how like the names can affect your traction in that way.
Yeah, like how it comes up when they search. No, totally.
Have you noticed this other Misha who's making like, there was like a Pokemon Go song or something?
I've seen all that, but like it's simple. The way I look at it, and I'm very confident in what I speak on and confident in myself, is that I'm gonna be the Misha that pops up. As of right now, it's not there, and I'm cool with that. The people that pop up, they deserve it. But over time, it's for me to go up and them to go down, and me take over like that first. When you type in MIS, it spells out the rest, and it's me.
True. That's big. You'll be there eventually. You just got to keep pushing.
Absolutely.
I mean, 10 years ago, or maybe 12 years ago, if you Googled Drake's cakes would come up. So,
Oh, man. Yeah, same with Pitbull. Now he goes up before the dog.
Yeah, true.
No, yeah. Hey, all it takes is I mean, to me, I always told myself, all I need is the eyes on me, and then it's over with. So that's why I just took it and just like ran with this opportunity to open for Chef, and it's gonna go great, and then on to the next opportunity.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's very clear. You got 3 videos out right now, and they're dope. Like you can tell. I mean, it looks like you've been doing it forever, and it's not that you haven't been. It's just like it looks like that came out of Hollywood, kind of. There's like a quality to it. Yeah, that I
appreciate you. That means a lot, for real.
Yeah, those videos are fire.
There's a lot of good music that, like, and it's interesting. Like when you hear good music, you're like, it sounds good. It's good, cool. But there's like a mastering aspect that's not there, but it is there in yours. So it's not like there is like a.
I appreciate that, for real. Like that type of stuff is like what it makes like someone like an artist just like go harder. Like dude, just like keep me on like the right headspace, right track. That's all I try to do. Make good music, be a good person. Boom, boom. That's it.
Yeah, you definitely have the right thought process on that, because I think like with everyone playing their roles, you have a team, you have people you can rely on, and you're talented. So it's the type of thing that it's really the stars are aligning. You're like, it's gonna hit. And I think you posted something that was you posted it was lyrics, I believe, about like your name's next on the dotted line.
Yeah,
And I believe that. Like, I think that's totally possible. All you need is someone with deep pockets. Unfortunately, we don't have the deep pockets to put you on, but someone with deep pockets will do it. And I'm excited.
I'm hip. I'm not someone who, I know it's coming, so I'm not someone who looks at the win. I'm just, it's gonna happen. So I'm just doing my thing, and with the people around me that are closest to me, and just like get into that bag and making sure everyone's good. And we just have, the key is to have fun while doing it. It's not about the money. It's about taking what we can out of life and just chasing our dreams. And if the money comes with it, the money comes with it.
Exactly.
Fun is important. Fun is important. Once you stop having fun with it, then you lose.
Exactly. And then there's no point of doing it anymore.
Yeah, you lose kind of the true essence of what you're trying to do, which is have fun and make music that people like.
Yep. And that's go into this. I mean, to me, there's nothing more fun than like going to the studio and just like making hits. Like that to me,
you got to enjoy the process.
Yeah, like I don't need to go to a party. I want to go make a hit.
Yeah.
Like let's go. Let's make the hit that they're at partying to, like Drake said.
Yeah.
Parties are overrated, aren't they? We're all gonna get COVID and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been a big party person.
They are. It's funny. Yeah. Like, as much as COVID has made everybody miss get-togethers, parties are sloppy. And usually you end up like in your group of friends anyways. So it's funny how that happens.
Exactly.
I always would say that about going into bars, like in the city. You go to any of these like crazy packed bars, like in the North End or something. And
see, I was never into that.
No, I was big on that. I would catch me in Boston, like,
word.
Just getting lit with the boys. I'm always about doing that. But like at the end of the day, like to me, the most fun thing to do is like go to the studio with the people that you're closest with, and just like lock in and make hits.
Yeah,
that to me is like, there's nothing better.
Yeah, those are sick vibes. Do you have what is the situation like? I hear good things of Phoenix Down, but like, is there like a lounge? Like, can you kind of hang out while you're recording? What's it like?
It's sick. So like they have like two main, I guess, like studios, you know what I mean? And then like one is bigger than the other, but in regards to like recording, like as the artist, you can go into the booth, and then like people who are just chilling there with you, there's couches for them like on the opposite side where like the engineer works and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because of COVID though, it was like they had to change some stuff, because like you can't like all be in like a certain room together. You have to wear masks, like all stuff like that. But it's starting to like change back to where you can just freely, for the most part. Hopefully we get back to that. Hopefully they gets back to that soon.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm pumped for people just spitting on mics and everything, getting gross, getting real gross.
That's funny.
Real talk though, I always wonder. I'm like, for people who have been performing and stuff, are they like switching out the mic cover every time? I don't know. Seems
that's interesting. I feel like they might have to, but I feel like I also think that like in that type of like environment, no one really.
Yeah.
That's probably also true. People aren't too stressing.
Yeah.
People are out
having a good. I mean, they got their mask on, so that's keeping us safe. So.
Right.
I just run with that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Oh my God, are masks like the best pop filter? Actually, think about that.
I never tried to rap with the mask on. That might,
It probably muffles your voice a little bit.
It probably would, but I don't know. I kind of want to try it now. Makeshift.
I've done.
Does this sound weird? I'm trying. Can't really tell.
That's a no-go.
I've done the sock over the mic.
One of my buddies did that, like, oh no, not over the mic. It was a coat hanger with tight, like nylon tights. And
that's a good pop filter. Yeah, I've seen that on YouTube. People always talk about that, but I've done like the sock over. But yeah, me personally, like, people say, invest in your own studio, do all that and the third. But like, to me, it's like, I'll invest in going to a good studio because I know what I bring, and I'll get the best out of me by going somewhere where they can give their best too.
Yeah.
So,
I've heard both sides of the coin on that. Like a lot of people like having the home studio, and you can make a lot of great music from a home studio nowadays with the equipment that's available. But I personally think I would probably rather go to a studio. It's kind of like the reason people go to a gym instead of working out at home. Like
Yeah.
just the environment is more, suitable for getting work done when
absolutely.
rather
It's
than being
more-
at home where there's
you're just like
distractions.
there.
And
Exactly.
yeah, and just something about like getting out of the house and going somewhere, I feel like makes you more productive than just staying in your place. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
My booth is my beautiful 07 Honda CRV that's sitting out in the driveway right
Oh,
now.
nice.
Word.
Have
Turn
you
on my-
recorded in there before?
No, so I don't like record in there, but I have like YouTube. I'll hop on a beat and just like freestyle like while I drive around. So it's just
Yeah, I
like,
noticed a lot of your YouTube or Instagram videos are in your car.
yeah, it's like that's all I need. I just need the beat to be bumping, and I can spit anywhere. And then when I go to the booth, that's where we record it at.
Word.
Nice. Shout out Hondas. They're holding it down.
Dude,
Shout
200,000
out.
miles. We're going strong, baby.
Bro, we're almost
Damn.
twins. I got 191 on mine.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah, we're cruising. Guys, buy Hondas. Just buy Hondas.
Absolutely.
Honda sponsor
I tell
us.
myself all the time, go from the CRV. I want a G wagon. That's like my dream car. So from the CRV to the G wagon, that's it.
Mm.
Nothing
That's
in
an
between.
album. That's an album right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
CRV to the G wagon.
Can we expect? Do you have? So I guess you kind of did spell out your plans right now. Like you're gonna go single album.
Right.
Is there like a next project in the works? Like, do we got some teaser material?
So like the way like I'm very like real about it. Like I'm gonna keep dropping singles. I would love to be able to drop an album on my birthday, which is August 1st. But I'm also completely aware of like timing is very key. So if the timing isn't right, I'm not just gonna go out. Oh, it's my birthday. Fuck it, let's drop an album.
Yeah. Can't force it.
That's not something I'm trying to do. But if if everything happens how I see it happening and how I want it, and hopefully happens, then I would say and I could see an album dropping on my birthday.
Awesome.
Word.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
Thanks.
Album August 1st. It's happening.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna get some of the singles I imagine that you've put out already, right? Like you said, those are gonna end up in the
Yeah, for sure. And the songs are only like I'm very like I'm super hard on myself. So like the songs that are out now are not nearly as good as the songs that like are coming. Like
Well, that's good news. That's promising.
Every good artist says that. Like I hear that a lot, only from good artists though.
Yeah,
Like that-
every song is better.
Because that drive, yeah, that's like you got that Belichick Brady mentality.
Yeah,
Right.
you just gotta work.
Favorite ring is the next one, and then I was thinking about Belichick earlier when you were like, you just stay in your lane and do your job. Like I was thinking about him saying, "Do your job." If everyone just does their job right, then this can work.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm huge on that. Everyone
Yeah.
just because then everyone eats. Like
Right.
that's it.
Right.
There's a bag out there for everyone. I was talking to another engineer and producer I work with, Chaz King. He's from Lowell. He's amazing too. And like we were talking about it. I mean, that's like what comes with the DMs. Like I DM so many people. Don't look at it as annoying. Look at it as you need one person to see. That's an opportunity. Like,
Facts.
that's it. It's all about. There's a bag out there for everyone, but no one's gonna hand it to you. You just have to go get it.
Exactly.
Facts.
That's it.
I'm clipping that out.
Can we expect any?
I'm putting that on
features?
Instagram.
Any what?
Can we? Sorry, that is going to be clipped out. But can we expect any features on the album?
So for sure, 100% without a doubt, I'll have my boys on there that I have songs with. But in regards to like, I don't have anything with anyone that isn't like in my like circle.
Okay.
Like I post all the time about it, but I'm not someone who's gonna go, I do my like, we make a hit song, like that type of DM, let's work. But I'm not someone who's gonna double back and like try to, almost quote unquote beg you to come work with me because I know what I bring. So I'm offering as like hey, I'll hop on a song for free or send me an open, like let's work. I'll do it for free. I'll send it back to you in a day, less. Like I'll come to the studio, I'll do it for 20 minutes, I'm out. Like let's work. And if someone says, yeah, I'm there, I'm like, let's go. But it hasn't happened yet, but I'm willing to work. And I mean, it's a hit every time.
Yeah.
People got to be more receptive. I think that would be dope. Like if you just pop in, get your verse in, and then that's going to be on their album. Like that's cross-pollination for everybody. And
Absolutely. People
I
aren't.
think
I also I'm not to cut you off, but I'm
it's all good.
also I also struggle with like, and it's coming around, but like people don't view me as someone that's like quote unquote nice at rapping until you come in person, and then like it's like, oh, he's nice, like what's work type of thing.
Yeah.
It's like
I was just gonna say, like, you're gonna get to that. I feel like you're gonna get to that point where people around here are gonna really want to work with you.
Exactly.
I feel like it's just starting right now. Like I'm happy we got you on the podcast at this time, like as you're just starting to bubble, and you only got a couple videos out, a couple singles. Like I just found out about you maybe, I don't know, a few months ago, like on Instagram. And
I'm just glad that you didn't blow up and act like you don't know nobody, because that would have made us pretty sad.
No, I'm not. I'm the complete opposite of that. I'm very big on like the people that I'm close to, and like that have even played a little, like for the Chef G thing, I get like a certain amount of like, tickets or whatever it is, this, that, and the third, to bring people with me. And I hit up like people that, I mean, I haven't talked to like in a year, and I'm like, yo, if you want to come, like people that supported that, like I know it's a genuine love from them, that it's like, all right, cool. I'm very big on that. There's never any change up or anything like that. It's always staying true to who the people around you are.
That's big. Yeah, you got to have that foundation. It's huge.
Absolutely. Because it's only going to get more and more hectic once there's more and more people trying to get into that circle.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you got 90-some cousins. I've quoted Eminem twice now on this podcast. Damn, it's an Eminem podcast.
Does that make you a stan?
Yeah, I guess so. I've never thought of myself. I've never been a stan on this podcast before. So, but tonight I am. I'm just finding it very quotable.
Happens.
You go.
Yeah. No, that is.
You an Eminem fan? What's your top 5?
All time?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know that's a tough question.
What's your top 5 Eminem tracks? I'm just kidding.
No, top 5 rappers.
Yeah,
top 5 rappers.
All right, let's see. So we'll start with like my idol overall. So Mac Miller was definitely like, all right, like this is like, I don't know. I just felt like the connect, just like everything, being Jewish too, all that type of stuff. It was like, let's get it.
Yeah.
And then Mac, Lil Wayne, Russ. I mean, like the crazy thing is like Mac and Lil Wayne are probably the only ones that are like quote unquote like throwback, like a little bit more of a throwback. Other than that, it's very like now rappers like.
Dude, the fact that Mac and Lil Wayne are considered throwback makes me feel so old, dude. That makes me feel so old.
It's the you guys obviously the XXL like freshman list and stuff like that. It's actually the 10-year anniversary of like when Mac and like Kendrick and all them were on.
That's great. I was talking with someone today at work just about like that era from like 2000, we said 2009 to 2012. The amount of rappers that blew up that are like still relevant now, like that era was so dope to me.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it. Like that was when
I didn't realize
about rap.
I didn't realize it at the time, but if you think about who blew up from 2009 to 2012, just those 3 years, it was Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, Mac Miller, like the whole TDE, fucking
everyone.
Literally ASAP Rocky, the whole ASAP mob blew up. Odd Future, they all blew up at that time. Like literally everyone who's relevant right now, not everyone, but 2009 to 2012 was legendary.
Another thing about the XXL Cipher to keep in mind is at the time, a lot of people hated, except for, I mean, this is like what I was seeing. Maybe my algorithms are different. The reception of the 2016 XXL Cipher, people thought it was all trash except Lil Dicky. And I think like maybe Anderson .Paak. But there was like Kodak Black was on that. There was a bunch of artists that are super relevant.
I love
nowadays.
Kodak.
Yeah, I think Denzel Curry was on there too, and he's.
Well, I think what Uzi was on that one. 21.
I was just gonna say, like it was at the time. Everyone was just like, "Who are these guys? Like, why are these guys?"
People always say that, yeah.
And then, I mean, it's just like now you think about it, like, geez. I mean, another thing to remember is they're not really freshmen. Like they've been around for a while. Like you think that they're brand new, but they've been popping. That's why they're there. So
that's a dream of mine. I would kill that cipher.
Yeah,
that and like a fun.
But they do miss sometimes though. Drake was never on the freshman list, and then they tried to put him on like a year late, and he was like, "Nah, you guys missed it. You missed me last year."
Did you see RIP? But did you see Triple X's? It was different than everything else I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was freestyle. Yeah.
Because he just like kneeled down and like spoke into the mic, and it was very different.
It was dark.
Yeah, and everyone like prayed for it. It was
Yeah.
very interesting. I mean, they obviously had planned for the whole thing to happen, but yeah, I love.
We gotta
the
get back to
XXL
we gotta get back to
ciphers.
the list.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, dude. We got distracted.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
chilling.
We
I'm
got
chilling.
sidetracked.
I'm chilling. I love talking music. I'm
Yeah,
chilling.
man. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, but yeah, Mac, Lil Wayne. And like right now it's Mac, Lil Wayne, Russ, Lil Baby, and then the fifth one's like interchangeable, like
Yeah.
Pop Smoke, Juice WRLD. It's like whatever I'm feeling for the fifth one. There's no like, but set in stone, Mac and Lil Wayne, like 100%.
Word.
Top
Do you
two.
listen to any like old school, like 90s hip hop?
No,
No.
not really.
Okay.
I like boom bap. Like I like the beats though. Like
Yeah.
I'll go in on the beats, but it's just not something like I'll listen to from time to time. But like it's not on my playlist like regularly.
Yeah.
So
I
I want to do
respect
a
that.
special mention to Wu-Tang because we were talking about Narcos earlier. There's a scene in Narcos that features Wu-Tang Fourth Chamber, and it's just go watch the show. It's super dope. But I was thinking about that recently, and that's been in my playlist because I'm just like all on that '90s Wu-Tang shit right now.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
those are real legends. Like
Yeah.
I'm very appreciative of like I couldn't rap unless they rapped and the people before them rap. But I also know what I love to listen to and like
Right.
what I just like what gets me in the right headspace and what gets me going. It's different for everyone. So
Yeah.
that's what I draw, like what I'm just like geared to is what I love.
I hear that. I don't, yeah. I feel like lately I haven't listened to a lot of old school hip hop, but something like something like Wu-Tang, like if it comes on, I'll never skip it. You know what I mean? Like
Right, exactly.
if it just happens to come on, I'll be like, all right, this shit's legendary.
Yeah,
But
let it ride.
I'm not like looking it up every morning, like, oh, I need to start my day with some Wu-Tang. Like
No, exactly.
I listen to newer stuff now, but
yeah. It's crazy too, because like what's crazy overall about it is I'll be like I listen to music all the time, but it wouldn't be like as much as you would think. I'm more of like listening to my music to see like
yeah,
all right, what I can do, or like listening to beats. But then like if a new album drops, or, like a new song, whatever, like I'll go listen to it, and if I love it, I'll bump it. But like it's really me listening to like my music, my boys' music,
yeah,
and like it just beats for like the most part. And then like when I'm out doing my thing with like the people I'm around, then we're like listening to music. But when I'm by myself, it's really music, my own music, and like podcasts for the most part.
yeah. I find that with a lot of artists, they like to just listen to their own music. I look at it as like a athlete watching game film. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No,
it's
absolutely.
like you're just trying to critique yourself all the time, and that's what makes people great.
Because I look for music as inspiration, but I'm big on like if I'm going to the studio, I won't play any music. So I don't go into the studio with any like subconscious intent to do something when I'm in the studio, because then you'll fall into like whatever you were just listening to.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
I've
that's
heard
why
other
I steer
artists say
away.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really interesting because you could definitely do it subconsciously. That's something even in the comedy world, like the parallel thinking, where you'd come up with a very similar concept to somebody else, and it's like you were just listening to their bit and you thought it was original, but it really wasn't. It's just like interesting how that happens.
Right.
Absolutely. That's why, and like I'm big on like not wasting time. So I'm not gonna go and make a song that is already out by someone who's has the audience and the crowd, and then I'm just gonna go recreate it just to spend the money, not even to drop it. I don't like doing stuff like that.
Right.
We won't keep you all night though. We can wrap it up. Is there anything that you'd want to plug? Just things coming up, websites, social media?
I mean, other than like follow me on my Instagram _my name Misha. That's all the social medias. Spotify, it's Misha Music. Song dropping April 1st. Adrenaline. Tickets. I'm gonna be posting tickets April 9th for the Chef G me opening. Other than that though, I'm just keep working. I'm willing to work with any artist that's that wants to work, but I know where I'm going. I'm taking over the city, the state, everything that comes with this music. Once the eyes are on me, they're not gonna come off. So I'm ready for it.
Love the confidence. Let's fucking go.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm hyped right now.
I am hyped. Your stuff's definitely gotten me hyped. I mean, as far as someone who's put out only a couple things so far, I'm more hyped than I've been for anything else. And that's like not me just saying that. That's for real. Like this.
No, yeah, absolutely.
It's good. And
No, I appreciate it. It means the world, because like I always, like I said, I always freestyled, like, but then like I just had to talk with my boy Rello, also makes music. Rello on Spotify, and my boy Patch, and I was just like, and we just talked like I could just do this, like stop freestyling, you know, in the parking lot or in the basement, like, or people in Boston, like hop in the studio, freestyle, make songs, like let's go.
Right. We can make something out of this.
Exactly. So nonstop since.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you for coming on. I mean, this was great.
Yo,
great
thank you for
topic.
having
Hell
me. It means the world, and we're gonna do this when I'm up.
Absolutely, man. We'll have you again.
This is the go-to interview for me, 100%.
Word.
We love that. Oh my
Appreciate
God,
it.
we're trying to set that stage. Love it. Awesome.
No, absolutely. Like I truly, like I said, I don't have eyes on me like that, so I know it's coming.
Man.
So anyone who shows love from the beginning, like I show that love right back, and
Word.
it's all grind. So I totally get it.
Any way we can help get eyes on you, that's what we're trying to do. So,
yeah. And if you can get some eyes on us,
and if you can get,
that'd be great.
exactly.
Absolutely,
Likewise.
absolutely. It's all full circle, and it's good people with like good hearts that do good content. Good content's key, but good people are also key too.
Facts.
All comes
Facts.
together. Yeah, we appreciate that. Well, thanks, man. You be safe out there.
Thank you.
Man, I appreciate you guys. Be safe for real. Looking forward to it.
All right.
Absolutely.
Misha.
Peace, yo. Love.
Peace.
Love.